Greetings and happy holidays from Nightbringer36. We are doing another movie review. This time, Terminator Salvation. Now, I heard a lot of different things about this movie before I saw it. Some people are saying that it's a good addition to the series and a good action film. Some people are saying that it's a complete disgrace to the entire franchise. So I went into seeing this movie with very mixed opinions. I didn't really know what to think. And here are my honest opinions on this film. For one, it is very different from the other three Terminator films, because the other three Terminator films were more about a small group of people, accompanied by a Terminator in most films, trying to stop Skynet and defeat an evil Terminator. This movie was nothing like that. It had a much grander feel to it. It was a war. This wasn't the plight of 3 or 4 people. This was the future of the human race. Some people might say this is a more epic storyline, but it didn't really feel like the old Terminator films. Not that this is a problem, it's a new take on the series, but it doesn't give you that nostalgic feel that watching the first or second Terminators gives you. However, that doesn't make it a bad film. It had a lot of good elements to it. Seeing the old Terminators, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, rendered in this fully CG appearance, it was cool. They really made it look good. The visuals were all great. There was no real problems with that. And not only that, they made a lot of references to the older Terminator films, like some of the most famous catchphrases, such as, I'll be back and come with me if you want to live. So, it was great to see hear those phrases again. It really gives you that nostalgic feel like the old Terminator films. However, these films don't really even concentrate on the Terminator so much. It's more John Connor and his story. But then it's not even really him. Like halfway through the movie, this guy Marcus, last name I can't remember, comes in, and then it focuses around these two trying to destroy Skynet. Now, Marcus is a cyborg created by Skynet to hunt down John Connor. Spoiler alert, by the way. To hunt down John Connor, but he's not aware of this. He thinks he has free will. He really doesn't until the end, and then once again, a lot of in-depth stuff that I'm not going into here. So it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have the same feel as the older Terminator films. And another thing about the older Terminator films, it actually contradicts quite a few of them, such as that John Connor was the leader of the human resistance. He's not. There's like this board of directors of war or whatever that controls the resistance, which was sort of a letdown. I mean, I wanted to see Connor leading the troops into battle, which he does, but he's not the head, you know? He's actually more like their mascot, because all the troops listen to him above the leaders, but he's still not technically the leader. Whatever, I guess that's semantics one way or another, but I'm nitpicking here. Another thing was that at one point in the movie, there is a Terminator that looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's CG. It's awesome to see Schwarzenegger partially resume that role. It's just a great little cameo. But in one of the Terminator movies, I think it was the second, the Terminator that looks like Schwarzenegger says that he's the one that kills John Connor. And at one point in the movie, John Connor gets impaled through the back with a girder. Now I'm thinking, oh, this is cool. They're tying it in with that movie. The Schwarzenegger Terminator does kill John Connor. No. He lives by taking this Marcus guy's heart in a transplant or something, after Marcus realizes that he can have free will, or whatever. So, I was actually sort of disappointed. I wanted to sort of see Connor die. I don't know why. I always root for the villains in these movies, and this was no exception. I was sort of hoping that Connor would die for some random reason, just to, bring the whole thing full circle. But that's another thing. They didn't bring it full circle. At the end of the movie, they destroyed Skynet. That's pretty much what I got. They never explained that this was apparently not the head of Skynet. This was just like some little branch or whatever. Because apparently the war with the machines is still going on. I mean, what the heck? Didn't you just destroy Skynet? It's confusing, but they did set it up for a sequel. I mean, my god, are they going to make another Terminator movie? I don't have anything against them, but this series is going to be as long as Star Wars by the end. Not that there's anything wrong with that either, but still. I think it might be a bit of overkill. A few other things that I was sort of picky about this movie. John Connor himself, I don't know. It's not really sort of the way I envisioned him. I don't know. Another thing is that he sometimes talks in a sort of scratchy voice. Same like Batman from The Dark Knight. I think they actually might be played by the same guy. Honestly, I don't know. I don't keep that good a track of actors. But it sounds like that. And sometimes, especially in the first half of the movie, I noticed this. You can't really understand what he's saying, or it's sometimes hard to comprehend. This isn't really a problem. It's just sort of annoying. However, another thing that I really liked about this movie is that it sort of broke one mold that has been established by action movies these days. That it always makes it so you never have a doubt in your mind that the good guys will prevail in most movies. Take Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, for example. At the beginning of that final battle in Egypt, was there really any doubt that the good Transformers would defeat the bad Transformers? I mean, I think 4, maybe 5 good Transformers died in the whole thing, and about 50 bad ones did. And their leader didn't even put up a fight, but that's another review. This movie was different. The very first scene, you see a bunch of human helicopters fly and blow up some robot stuff, a few Terminators. And I'm thinking, great, they're going to make it look like the humans are invincible, when in the first 3 movies they couldn't even kill one Terminator easily. That's not the case at all. All the humans get blown up except for John Connor. I'm going, yes, go machines, kill those puny humans. I wanted to, make it look like, I wanted to, see the humans be the underdogs for once. I mean, these days, in every movie, humans are always on top of the world, able to defeat anything. It's sort of nice to see us brought down off our pedestal. I know this is sounding really weird, but whatever, this is just the way I watch movies. You will see this in later reviews when I review some other films with this stereotype. Now, it certainly wasn't as good as the other Transformer movies. I would rank it somewhere maybe a bit better than the third one. I'd have to say it is probably a bit better than that, because it ties it all in with Kyle Reese. I mean, he doesn't get sent back to the past yet, so, like I said, they set it up for a sequel. But you see all the characters. There are a few quotes by Sarah Connor in there. But, like I said, it breaks the mold of the other Terminator movies. The other 3 were all about preventing Judgment Day and stopping Skynet from activating, becoming self-aware, destroying humanity, and creating Terminators to wipe out what's left. This movie, that's already happened. It's old news. It's said and done. It sort of takes away some of the suspense. I didn't really understand what they were trying to do, or if it was just destroy Skynet, that's awfully simple. I liked the sort of complexity that the other plots had, like trying to make sure that the future does not happen, and trying to switch around the whole time travel concept. It gets pretty crazy. However, this movie was certainly enjoyable. I can really say that I had fun watching this movie. I think any real fan of the Terminator series could easily enjoy this. I mean, some people are certainly going to be able to pick it to death. I mean, I certainly could if I really wanted to go into depth, but I'll let you make those decisions. For a star rating, I'd have to say about 3.5. Maybe 3.5 is a little much. I'd say 3. But, like I said, it's not as good as the other Terminator films, but it's certainly not the worst. I'd say check it out if you're a fan of the Terminator series, or just like a good blow-em-up action movie.